All right, you guys. That was a nice try, Cooper. I like that. Here we go. For class project, I wrote a letter to the famous person. All right, Richard. Go ahead, buddy. Oh my gosh, I didn't even, it's weird. I didn't even pick up on that. That is not where my mind was. Yes, absolutely. So we put 3 lines under it, right? Okay, we could do that. For a class project, what else do you see wrong? I see this. Anybody want to spell that correctly for me? Dominic? Go ahead. That would be the one, my man. For a class project, I writed a letter to the famous person. Yes, sir, over here. Bobby. Huh? Wrote. Spell that, Bobby. No, it's going to start with a W. R. Put the big screen, homie. I'm helping you out. Go ahead. Yes, and it's also right here, Bobby. Can you see the TV? You can see that TV, right? Okay. All right. So, yeah, for a class project, I wrote a letter to the famous person. Evan. Should be a famous person, right? All right, I think we're good. So we've got, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 mistakes on that one. All right, let's look at this one. Look at this one. It says, I picked me a person who was very important to the United States. I see some capitalization. I see some spelling. I see just general tomfoolery in this one. Izzy, my girl Izzy, what do we see here? I picked me a person who was very important to the United States. Do you want to let's see what happens if you get rid of it. Just get rid of it altogether. You want to get rid of it? Yeah, then let's read it. Let's read it now. I picked a person. That sounds good, right? You don't need to say I picked me a person. You know why you don't say me? Because you already said I. You don't need to do it, right? You're already saying you did it. I picked a person who is very important to the United States. Oh boy. Who picked up on that spelling error? Let's see. Go. Spell the whole thing. That is correct. I picked a person who is very important to the United States. Bobby, wait, Bobby, we got right here. Here we go. Go ahead. The U in the United States has been capitalized. And yes, sir, it does. Why? Because those are what kind of nouns? Those are names. Those are proper nouns. They're names. It's the name of the United States. All right, one final thing. One big glaring thing. Izzy. Get it, Izzy? Period at the end. Yes, ma'am. How many mistakes? 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5. All right, so there was 5 errors that we had to correct there. So we know that when we do it, we read a bunch. You hear how many times I reread it? Read and then we edit. Every time we read, we're finding things, and then once there's no more editing to be done, what do? We write. All right, so I expect to see these written out. Okay. All right, I'll come around and check those in a second. Write the words that correctly complete the sentence. The person to whom I wrote a letter is Barack Obama. The person to whom I wrote a letter is Barack Obama. Who should it be? To whom, right? To whom. The person to whom. Someone, right? It's whom. When you're like, when you're asking a question, right? Like, who is it? Who is there? Right? It's who. All right. We'll get into that more. All right. Finally, it says add punctuation to the sentence. Okay. Let's do it. Let's look at this one. It says, the first sentence of my letter said, I am very proud to write a U.S. president. Okay. If it said it, the first sentence of my letter said, that whole thing is a tagline. That whole thing is the tagline. So I'm going to put that tagline in yellow. We separate the tagline from the speaking part with a what? With a comma. See that? All right. And now, what do we need to put around these? What do we need to put around these? Yes, who said it? Say it loud. Yes. And where do they go? Over the speaking part. The speaking part is, I am very proud to write a U.S. president. We need to hug those with parentheses. So I'll do that right now. Coming back to my board. I don't know if it picked up my voice, but yeah. So we need to hug that with parentheses. Whoop, whoop. And finally, what do we need inside the parentheses at the very bitter end? Who sees it? Right here. A period. Yes, sir. All right. You guys did it. You did it. Very, very nice job. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that would be right.